Hi, it's Jo Painter here, and thank you so much for joining me on Facebook Live and coming here to my first ever video. What I'm going to be talking about today is something called Imposter Syndrome, and that's based on basically a fear of failure or a fear of not getting things right. And Imposter Syndrome is something that can affect up to 70% of women, so don't feel you're on your own if you feel like that. So if perhaps you feel at work that you're a bit of a fraud, or that other people might catch you out and find that you're not actually that good at your job, or perhaps that it was luck rather than your abilities that got you to where you are, well, or you compare yourself to other people negatively, that's what we call imposter syndrome, and it doesn't help with your career potential. So where does it come from? Well, generally we pick up beliefs or worries about ourselves in our childhood. So when you're quite young, you pick up messages that are generally untrue about you and the rest of the world. Things such as, I'm not as good as I should be, or I best not speak up in case I upset people, or other people are better than me. Those sorts of beliefs you pick up from messages from your family, from school, from friends, which happen subconsciously from them and are completely illogical to our childlike mind. But we grab hold of them, we hang on to them, and then right through life we reinforce them with the evidence that we see, until when we reach adulthood we've got these really strong beliefs about ourselves and the world. So that can affect us in terms of how we go on and do work and our career potential. So why is it a problem? Well, first of all, it can affect you in terms of the opportunities you take. You may not take up opportunities such as extra responsibilities or going for a promotion at work because you just don't believe you're good enough. You think you might be found out as an imposter. If that happens to you, then you need to deal with the imposter syndrome before you can move forward. Otherwise, you're not going to achieve your real career potential. So how can you put away this imposter syndrome? Well, my first suggestion is to become very aware of yourself. So notice the situations in which you find these thoughts coming to you about comparing yourself to others, feeling a fraud or not good enough. Make a note of those situations and the thoughts that go into your head and the feelings that come with them. Then you can find out what the triggers are for your personal imposter syndrome. Secondly, is to realise that it's about being the best version of yourself. Stop comparing yourself to others negatively, because you're not comparing apples with apples. You're comparing your whole self with just the window dressing of other people. And you don't know what insecurities they have, what issues they're worrying about, or what's going on for them in their lives. So rather than trying to compare yourself with something you don't know about, just focus on being the best version of yourself. And that leads me on to point number 3, which is about having courage and taking steps out of your comfort zone. The quickest way to boost your confidence is to take a small step that feels uncomfortable and feels a bit scary outside of your comfort zone. What happens then is you boost your confidence and you feel motivated to go on to do other things. So have the courage, even when you feel that voice inside you going, "Ooh, I'm not sure you're good enough to do that. Ooh, don't do that, you're going to look foolish." Just to go for it anyway, and that will really boost your confidence. And finally, just a thought, because the thought in your head that I'm not good enough, or people might find out that I can't actually do my job, or everybody else can do the job better than me, it's just a thought. And thoughts, although they create feelings, will pass by. So focus on, firstly, being more self-aware of when you get those thoughts and feelings. Secondly, don't start comparing yourself to other people unless you're going to take the positives from it. Thirdly, have the courage to go out and step outside your confidence zone, your comfort zone. And finally, it's just a thought and it will pass by. Well, thanks for joining me on this Facebook Live. And if you'd like to have any more information or some more articles on confidence, then please sign up at my Facebook page, Confidence Coaching for Women, and that's number 4. or sign up at my website, confidencecoachingforwomen.co.uk, and that's the word for FOR. Have a great week at work, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye.